What up, y'all? It's your guy Dawson from Dawson Speak TV and D&D TV. Thank you for rating, commenting, subscribing, and sharing the videos on this channel. Much love to those who support this channel by donating. I appreciate it. All that information is in the description box underneath the video. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notifications when I drop a new video. Now let's get into this topic. Alright, thanks for clicking on the video. Now, this video is for educational purposes, and as I approach this topic with respect, I want you all to please be respectful in my comment section. Thanks. Alright, let's go ahead and get into this topic, y'all. Let's switch gears for a minute. But before I do that, let me say thank you to everybody who sent me birthday shout outs. I appreciate that so much. Thank y'all so much. It is my birthday week. A lot of people said thank you, Dawson, for everything you do. I didn't even know y'all were going to get in the inbox and say all that, but I appreciate everybody. I celebrate all month, matter of fact, all year. You know, every day you wake up is a new day. That's your birthday, all right? So if you want to support your boy, there's the Cash App right there. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I know some people going to say, he always putting that Cash App there because people bless me on it. They say, Dawson, you bless me, I'm going to bless you back. Ain't nothing you can do about that, and I appreciate it. Let's get into this topic. Now, why a lot of you all didn't go out and see The Color Purple? I know a lot of people may say, Dawson, this was no Black Panther. I ain't got time to deal with all that trauma. I don't care how much music they put on it, and it shows at the box office. Now, those of you who've been watching my show for quite some time, you may know that I love theater. I love music, spoken word, anything that's dealing with live performance, I'm in. However, when I heard The Color Purple musical was going to be turned into a movie, I have to admit to you all, I wasn't excited. Because lovers of musical theater and people that are in theater, we know that when you try to take a beloved musical like Les Mis or Cats and you put it on the big screen, it doesn't always go over well. However, with this particular musical adaptation of The Color Purple, I was impressed with some of the cast in this movie because most of them are trained actors that came from Broadway. Now, before y'all think this is a whole bash video of the musical adaptation of The Color Purple, it is not. As a matter of fact, I did go to New York to see The Color Purple the second time it came to Broadway in 2015 when John Doyle directed it at the Bernard B. Jacobs Theater. And a side note, the Bernard B. Jacobs Theater is right next to the Golden Theater. And during that time on Broadway, Cecily Tyson, the late great Cecily Tyson, and James Earl Jones, they were doing a two-person play called The Gin Game, and I got to see that, and it was amazing to see both of those actors, legends, acting on the Broadway stage. And I believe James Earl Jones was in his late 80s, and Cecily Tyson, if I'm not mistaken, she was 90 at the time of that production. So I support the art, you all, especially when it comes to Black people. I support us, all right? I went to New York to see that. And in the production in 2015, we all know that Cynthia Erivo, she came over from the pond and took the Tony Award that year for Best Leading Actress in a Musical for The Color Purple. Jennifer Hudson was also in there, and Danielle Brooks, she was in there as well. And let me tell you, I had a great experience, and I had a chance to talk to Danielle Brooks briefly and take a picture with her. And she was like, you want to take a picture with me? I'm like, yes. Let me tell y'all, firsthand experience with Danielle Brooks. She is sweet. She is genuine, a hard worker. And let me say, whatever she gets in this industry, she deserves it. She's a real one, y'all. She's a real one. And every nomination she gets from this movie, you know, or every award that comes her way, she deserves it. Now, with all of that being said, I'm sad to say that The Color Purple musical adaptation is basically struggling in theaters. Many are saying that it's a flop. So much so that when you look online today, you can actually buy the movie on your streaming networks. Because I'm sure the higher ups are like, we got to get our money back. If people aren't going to come and watch the movie in theaters, then maybe they'll watch it from the comfort of their homes. Now, The Color Purple musical adaptation cost over $100 million to make, plus extra money went into promoting it. However, at the box office, when I checked today, it only has grossed $58,344,780 after being in theaters for 23 days. And last week it was in over 3,000 plus theaters. Now it's only in 1,178 theaters across the U.S. Now, there are many people who have opinions as to why the movie flopped. There are people who are saying that the promotion of the movie was not clear as to was this a remake of the 1985 Color Purple movie or a reimagining, as the director Blitz Bazawule said during the press run. Also, there were many people who said that they did not make it clear that this was a musical, and many people who went to the theaters were surprised because they did not expect people to be singing throughout the film. And I have to say, I agree with that. I love theater, I love playwriting, I love directing. You know, I go see Broadway shows all the time. However, based on the trailers that Warner Brothers released months ago, it didn't give the viewer the total impression that this was going to be a musical. Now, there are some people who said that the movie flopped because they should have had a cast that had bigger names in the industry. Now, that may be true, but let me say this. I like the cast that they had, but if there was a person that I would have changed in this entire cast, it would have been Taraji P. Henson. I wouldn't have cast her, if I was the director, I wouldn't have cast her as Suge. Now, what gave me a headache was the drama that surrounded this movie that was created by Taraji P. Henson and all of her complaining. It really made me not want to go see this movie a second time, but I probably will, but, you know, I haven't yet. And I know some people will say, well, Dawson, Danielle Brooks, and I love you, Danielle, they'll say Danielle Brooks said something about there not being food. And I remember, I saw that. And when soon as she said it, she said, hey, Oprah said, you contacted me and I took care of that. And it was taken care of. But when it came to Taraji, it was just always so many issues that kept going on. And then when she was talking about what she made from The Curious Case of Benjamin Button movie, I'm like, if you got all those issues, why did you take the role? Why did you take it? Because everybody on social media, all they think is there's something between you and Oprah. Oprah's not paying you. Production and everybody did you wrong. And you're getting more publicity for that than you are for your performance in The Color Purple with Suge Avery. This is not what you do during the press run because that's going to take away from the movie. And it did. People started saying, I don't want to go see the movie because Oprah's not paying these people and Oprah's not doing right in Oprah. And I'm like, come on, y'all. This has nothing to do with Oprah. Y'all need to talk to Warner Brothers because don't forget, Warner Brothers also came out with the top movie of last year, which was Barbie. Warner Brothers has the money. And I'm sure the cast from Barbie had trailers, food, cars, and everything they need. That's not Oprah's issues. That's Warner Brothers. Talk to Warner Brothers and say, why are y'all treating a black production this way? Now, I also heard some people saying that Taraji P. Henson may be blackballed in the industry after this because of the chaos that she caused around this movie, that it put a bad taste in theater goers' mouths. Let me say this. I could see that. I could see that happening, you all. Because at the end of the day, these people don't want you to mess up their money. I'm talking about the higher ups. And I could see other directors and creatives not wanting to work with her because they may feel that she comes with a lot of emotional baggage. And when you go on press runs for movies, you don't talk about your own issues. You talk about the movie. And she was talking about her personal issues that should have been worked out during her negotiations before she took the job. Now, let me say, I'm not a Taraji P. Henson hater, and I think she does great work. I mean, great work when it comes to, helping people with mental health issues and all that kind of stuff. And she's been open about her own. And I'll stand 10 toes down with her on that because I work in that field. Taraji, you chose this field to work in. You chose acting. You talked about firing your team because after Empire, you didn't have any deals coming in. Where was your input on that? Like, I don't like, and then you talked about with the Benjamin Button movie, you only got 75,000, then you had to negotiate, and then they gave you another 150, 100, y'all got it to 150, 175, something like that. On their press runs, you didn't talk about that. And now you've come and you just dumped all of this on our laps during the Color Purple movie, and a lot of that has taken away from the movie. It has. I can't lie to you, it has. And people who have not seen the movie are probably going to say, well, man, they did Taraji wrong and it's Oprah's fault. And look what she did to Monique and look right. And Taraji, come on now. Now, I don't believe that Taraji P. Henson is the main reason why the Color Purple movie flopped. But I do think that a lot of the grievances that she had, that she shared with us during the interviews on those press runs, I don't think any of that helped. Now, get down in the comments and let me have it, y'all, because I know not everybody agrees with what I said, and that's okay. Now, if you all saw The Color Purple, let me know what you thought about the movie. If you're not going to see it, let me know why. Until next time, it's your guy Dawson. Thank you all for rating, commenting. Those who donate, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Please, y'all, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself and each other. Peace.